welcome back to some more Bazaar. Gonna do some more dueling, of course. Although, hopefully soon we'll get to try out some Stell. Still not sure if she's next season or not. I guess we'll find out in like 2 or 3 days. So I did gold skill last time, so let's try out some enchanted starts here. Not really what I'm looking for. So we have shielded battery, toxic power sander, fiery arc blaster. All these kind of suck, not gonna lie. Yeah, that's a bit of a rough one. I guess we could do power sander because it at least has, this would be like 3 triggers for drill if we can pick it up. That'd be pretty nice. Tech builds aren't amazing right now with railgun being nerfed and the fire doesn't do anything for it. Shielded battery, like the first thing that came to mind was I could use it with the force field and bunker, but I think we'll go with a power sander here. Maybe the wrong play, I'm not sure. I don't do enchanted start enough to have them all sorted out, but hopefully it's the right play here, because I do think it could be pretty good with drill, because it is triple drill, which is never bad. Go for Kyver, potentially get like trained or something. Also go for Langjean build, as I always say, and then never actually do. Eventually we'll get there, maybe. Because the game's so long a bit. Right. So what else could we do with this? Honestly, not too much, as it currently is. I think this is going to be more of like a temporary item than something we're using long term.
I'm a people person, and
Nothing good there. And then, I mean, I guess Blast Doors is fine, and we could go with Flintstones as well for a little bit of a burn setup. Then we don't need the slow proc, so we might as well put it on the far left here.
Some are too proud to be trained by a child.
Take some more burn here.
Trainers than me.
Pretty solid so far. I'm gonna check here for drill just in case we get it. I mean, it's interesting. So we could go for like a dino setup. I'd have to sell my insect wing. I think we'll just skip for now. I don't really want it. Like, I could buy Hamlet or something, but also not like too. I don't know. Hamlet hasn't been doing it much for me lately. He's okay, like on the left side. It's a junkyard lights, but that's interesting. We do beat this, I'm pretty positive, but junkyard layouts would also be interesting to try it at some point. I have seen some people have some success with it. On dually, at least. You can use like the core or crit core and then just stack a whole bunch of smalls and like a battery and get it going. Anyway, he's got like a ton of HP from defense grid, but we'll chip away at him because he doesn't do too much damage. It's honestly like not terrible as a poison item. It's kind of just like basically Copper Ed currently, which is not terrible day one. Let's see what else we can get here. So there's friend and there's reroll. I don't really want to reroll this. I could, but there's not like... I don't think there's any poison builds where... or there's any poison items where it's like a super high roll with this. I don't think it's worth rerolling, to be honest. We could go for a ventriloquist. I think I'd get him with blasters. We'll try it out. Might be a throw, but Fur Ride's a fun item, so is Friendly Dolls. Alright, those could be fun. Broken Shackles is also interesting. I've seen some success with this in like crit core, weirdly. So we try something like that, maybe. I guess I shouldn't say weirdly, but... well, we might actually lose this, because they do scale, but we do get a couple more Blast Door procs, so I think we should be fine. We'll be close, though. Okay, it was pretty close. We did get last second crit by the doll, but luckily we had regen to bail us out there. Sharpening Stone, not great, although it is a gold Sharpening Stone, so it's pretty high damage boost for this early in the game. Get a burn item. I think we just go for non-weapons here. Plasma Grenade, of course. I know, I always take it, but it's just really good, okay? We'll take that guy to go with it. Right, so what do we got here? So we could go with Weapon Core. There's no Primal Core, so we can't really do Dino setup. We could do the Core. Try something there. Companion won't do much for us. Armor won't do much for us. So I think Weaponized Core is sort of like the meta pick for this setup, but I think I'm going to go with Crit Core. And we're going to put our burn items on the right side here. macroscope. Probably not going to do too much for us, but I guess we'll see. So I could do something like this. Oh, sorry, something like that. Although, okay, so this every 7 seconds, it does 3 slow. I could take out the Flintstones, and then I can have both of these. Oh no, that's our relic then. Trying to get this to 3. I don't think it'll fit currently, but we might be able to get there. We'll just do this kind of a setup. A little riskier because we took out blast doors, but we'll see. It was only bronze blast doors anyway. Right, and it was a poison build, so it's a good thing we took out blast doors. It's pretty standard catfish and jellyfish setup. The shielded jellyfish is a little scary. This might kill us just because the extra shield this outputs with seaweed and life preserver. Main thing we're hoping for is crit on this rocket launcher here. Yeah, they're probably gonna get us here just because the extra life from life preserver.
No ball.
So it goes. So there's not much I could do about that. Yeah, life preserver and shielded jellyfish are very strong early on. Plus, what are things called? Seaweed. Oh well. I mean, our build worked fairly well, all things considered. Let's check out.
Come on in. Let's chat.
Alright, well, we obviously take Metronome and Uzi, both very strong. Weak point detector's actually pretty solid here, so I think we'll do something like this, and then grab weak points.
So, how about this weather?
Because we can use that to buff the core itself. So let's rearrange a bit here. So we do this sort of a thing, plus maybe throw you in here, something like this. We don't really need that to go off very fast. So we've got this. The unfortunate thing is this is a little slow. And it only has 1 trigger. If it had more than 1, it might be better. We'll try this out against the PvE here. We're going to go for Frost Streak because we could potentially get Snowstorm, which is very good with crit 4. And we'll see how fast this goes. I mean, that seemed pretty reasonable considering the number of items they have. I don't think that's too bad. And then we'll get to put in, like, the other fast items in a second anyway. So get rid of these 2. 7. We need to get a little bit more to get our 8, 9, 10. Probably this. And then we'll go for eating contest. So. Alright. So let's pop all this in here. So, what do I want to buff is the question. So I could make the plasma grenade go off more. That's kind of the traditional one. However, we already have the power sander for it. So I could buff this macroscope. I think that's pretty reasonable too. I think that's what we'll do. And then I'm going to use my bronze upgrade on the plasma grenade. Let's try this out. It could also be pretty good on the core. It's probably a good idea as well. I could put this like here, but then I don't need the Uzi. So I could do like this. Plus this, maybe? Yeah, that might be better. I think we'll go with that. And then we need to leave in Flintstone, unfortunately, because we need a relic for the macroscope. For anyone who's never used this item, it works similar to Flagship. So it's if you have a relic, quest, or enchanted item, you need 1 of each, right? So we have a relic. This is the quest item. And then this is enchanted. Wait, no, it's not. +1 for... Oh, okay. So we could get it to +4 if we find a quest item, but it'd be very hard to fit a quest item on this build. Anyway, seems our build's working pretty well. I'm liking how this is going so far. Some main things we need to upgrade the crit core to speed it up. We could find... crude tools would be good. Crude tools would be amazing, because we could replace Flintstones, because it's also a relic. We don't have any other attacks, and it would speed up the core. We could do... What else would be good here? I mean, whatever that thing's called. The charging station would be nice. And we need like some other scaling for this as well. Because weak point detector's okay, but it could definitely be better. We'll check Curio because we could get buffs for our slows, which would be nice. We'll take this because buffs for haste are also not terrible. There's our slow.
you're doing your part to clean up the
It's interesting.
bazaar.
I think Plasma Grenade's still the one to go with here. It's a good thing I didn't have money. I didn't want to click that. I probably should have bought that crit, though. Would have been the better play for sure. Go for a Hexa because we're a little low on cash. The other thing I could have upgraded was Macroscope. I could have, sorry, not upgraded, but like given it better slow. It's also like a viable option. I'm tempted to... Once we get an enchanted item, I'll probably get rid of Power Sander. Because then we can put in the Uzi instead for faster start. Because it's a little slow right now. I'd love for it to be a bit quicker, but... not allowed currently. Alright, well crit on the left is not bad. We're gonna do that.
There are a lot of steps in this staircase.
This left side crit lets you charge the core a little bit more. And I mean, I'll take poison. It's not like our main source of damage, but every bit helps. And then we'll take relaxed, because it's very good this early. It's like an extra 50% HP. A little bit more, actually.
Not to squabble with nobody.
Yes. Right, so it's a Tortuga build. Tortuga, fishing rods, salt claw. Okay, well, it's a weird Tortuga build. They're kind of relying on like Zorcid, and it's like silver, so it doesn't do too much damage yet. I think we should be fine here, especially with our extra relax stuff going on there.
Defeat does not
Even without
defeat
crits,
me.
did pretty well. Alright, crit core, it's working so far. It's getting there. This doesn't seem too bad. Mountain Pass again. Oh, Dire Mosquito could be good. We could get the Paralyzing Rush would be nice. Neural Toxin would probably be pretty good. Probo, no. Stinger, no. Amber would be... Yeah, Amber would be okay. I'd replace Flintstones with Amber. And then Insect Wings are, of course, quite nice for speeding up the core. I also really need more crit on this, because it makes a huge difference. Okay, Probo, unfortunate. We do a lot of slow, but we don't have, like, a great way to use Probo yet. I'll hold on to it. Maybe we'll make up for my terrible previous results with it. Final Flame is okay. I'll take it, I guess. Let's keep going for loot. Bronze. Interesting. I think we're going to upgrade the Power Sander here. Because the extra haste will let that go off a little bit more, etc. Nothing I really want here, so this will be extra money. This would be... Sorry, I had to respond to something. This could give us ticket or feathers, and this could give us shiny fang. We're gonna go for a Kyber this time. Counter-Strike's also good, Insect Wing is good, so these are the two we're mainly looking for, and then ticket is also quite nice, potentially. The bees are the worst possible drop, and then Junkyard Lance is at least a little bit of money. And when we crit, it does pretty well, but we don't have much crit currently. And we got the worst drop. It's okay. Gotta try, gotta try. Hey, we got our crude here, so we pop that in. And so that keeps up our 3x, and it's a little bit faster than Flintstones, which is nice. Could also grab a Hamlet, but I don't think he's doing too much here. I mean, is he technically faster than Wasp, I think? Oh, okay, we'll grab him. We'll grab him and see. I'll check in the next fight.
Discounts for peace.
Double check in here. I don't think the poison's going to do too much for us, and we might be dumping them. Spider could be good. We'll grab him. We could potentially be using Spider long term. He's already at gold, which is quite nice, because at silver he's pretty much worthless. We could potentially get a core upgrade or a metronome upgrade that would let us spam him a little bit more. Because he's probably better than Macroscope if we get a couple of items for him, or a couple of potential upgrades for him. So rifle's a little scary. Does do a lot of damage, and it scales pretty quick, but I think our slow should mess him up. Although he only has one item, which messes up Plasma Grenade pretty bad. He might get us. Our only weakness is a build that only shoots... that only has one item that does anything. Yeah, because basically that makes it so Plasma Grenade does effectively nothing, which kind of bricks our build. It's okay. It happens, it happens.
Size dilutes the brain. mind is highly concentrated.
Nothing we're really looking for there. I could potentially use the ray
If I
and
don't
then
have what you need,
eh.
I'll help you find who
Meh.
does. See that mountain?
So that is the one upside of macroscope over something like spider, is just because this goes off 3 times for one target, whereas the spider does 3, just 3 all at once. So if they have only one target, this works much better. Does this beat Infernal? I don't think it does, to be honest. I don't think he has enough targets, and then so plasma grenade would burn me, and it would, yeah. I think he wins that one. So let's go for you. Flashing mechanic could be potentially pretty good because we have 2 tools here. We could use for crits. We could use another. We could use cog for something potentially. Yeah, see when it's critting, it's going pretty well. We just need more crit from somewhere. Crane could be funny, but we'll see. Forklift, probably not going to get much use out of that, unfortunately. But it is worth a fair amount of money. We'll check friends. I don't think there's any friends that would help our build much, unfortunately. Alright, and I'll be good and not just auto-sell some stuff. I've been noticing I've done that way too much lately. It's just like, you know, the moment I get something I don't want, I just chuck it. I should be saving it to sell it at the proper shops. So it's a drum fitness build. It's kind of a pain. Luckily, it's like a slow setup. Once it's going, I think it'll pop off, but hopefully we don't let him get there. The slow should help prevent it starting too quick. Okay, we got there. Just barely. Yeah, I'd love to get some more Curio slow buffs as well, because it is running out on enemies a lot of the time. I think we just go for gold tier because we could potentially get like machine learning. We could do plus 25 damage, or I could get freeze. I think the freeze is the way to go. The extra damage is nice, but the freeze can potentially just win us the game with the 3 seconds there. So. I will refresh. We could get nope. I was gonna say we could get 3D printer or something, and then we could 3D print the crude tools and blow them up. Oh, this is annoying. We gotta go to Curio because we still need the slow buffs.
Trash is tragedy. Reuse
I
everything.
think this one actually goes on macroscope, just to try to, if we're keeping both, which I don't know if we will necessarily, but
Warms my rusty circuits to see that find
this one goes off more consistently at the very least. Go for Jack. We could potentially swap out the weak point detector and slow setup for like a poppy field kind of a thing, if we get it. When you heal or gain regen. So we don't have any way to heal currently, but if we get that, we could. Although, it's pretty much only from a heal enchant on something else. Because it doesn't... Well, actually, no. You could do heal enchant on crit 4. It's lifesteal specifically that doesn't count. So we could do something there. Yeah, see, they did similar amounts of slow, so I think it was fine to even it out. Okay, we did get poppy field. So what could we do with that? So... we could potentially do like a probo when you use a weapon. Okay, it's specifically when you use a weapon, so it wouldn't work with probo. We do have Uzi and poppy field, so there's some potential here. Main issue is just Dooley has very little poison synergy, so it can be a little tricky to get poppy field rolling. That one's pretty nice though. I think we're gonna grab that and replace the wasp with it. Because now we have a little bit of extra shielding to help us stay alive, and we also have it has higher like potential long term because you can, because turboing the plasma grenade is really good. And unfortunately, well, I mean icing the plasma grenade is really good too, but it's less common. Okay, so it's a freeze build, it looks like. Oh no, it's just like a regen poisony thing, I guess. This might get us just from the regen. We'll see how fast it scales. Oh, we got him. Very nice. Of course, still hanging in there. Oh, he also has Diamond Fangs. That's gonna be scary, yeah. late game. Okay, well, we gotta take the 12 gold there. It's got a lot of tools. Very good. Alright, we'll check in Hina here.
With no weapons?
I could upgrade this. I mean, I got enough money. I guess it's fine.
Guided me to what you need.
Don't love any of those. I think we keep moving. So, is there any way I can make Poppy? I feel like there is, but we need, like...
Need some
I mean, that's funny, but it's not really good with our current build. But we need, like, something else to really make it pop off. Figurehead's funny, but it's more for if you have, like, a bunch of small weapons flat damage. And we do have a little bit. Like, we could do something with that, but... I mean, it is 50 damage. We could swap into, like, a Probo thing, but I don't really want to do that. 10 damage, not really worth it. Okay, I mean, Turbo Amulet's not bad, actually. We could replace something in here with him. The Torch is funny, but unfortunately not great with Crit Core. Am I going to do Turbo Hamlet? He's only 1 for 1 second. Honestly, it's not worth it. Alright, we'll do one more. Old Motherboard would have been nice. Okay, we're going to take Runic Blade. I'm probably going to dump Poppyfield at this point, so can we make Runic Blade work?
The people who left these things behind.
So how would we make this work? When you crit, double this item's damage for the fight. So we could try to just scale this instead of the core. How do we do that? We would use, like, something... We can take out you then, and then do something like... this? I'm going to at least try it, because it could be entertaining, at the very least. So we've got all those, and then we want anything else? Do you want this guy going any faster? Probably do something like that. Or I could put in the macroscope as well, but something like this. Alright, let's see how that goes. So we could go for... Yeah, we'll go for Dr. Vortex, because this skill here, the Neophiliac, is really good. We're gonna see how this Runic Blade does. Unfortunately, if we don't crit, it doesn't do anything. Oh, there we go. Okay, if we get more crit, I could see this working. Unfortunately, okay, there it goes. So it scales, like, pretty fast. The main issue with it is getting the... I think if we get a little bit more crit on the core and, like, the Uzi and stuff, I think long-term we could make that work. But for now, I think we go back to what we had. Something like this. I think we dump Probo at this point and Wasp. Probably Flintstones as well, just to make sure we've got room. Check Tox Clocks. There's a couple things we could get here that would be good. None of those. And then... Okay, these are very good. So we'll take the Metronome. We'll dump the Lightning Rod so that we can get the extra crit. We'll upgrade that as well, because we're using it at least for now. I would love to find more, love to find more crit skills. If I could find a way to get crit on, like, the whole board, it'd be excellent. Even, like, the crit Plasma Grenade could be the way to get there. I could see that. Because I want to use that stupid sword. I've never got to use it before. It's funny. Oh. Now you can click that. Alright, so we're against Money Tree. Luckily, it's a smaller Money Tree, so it's not as horrifying, but it's still pretty scary. So I think it's still gonna kill us here. Yeah. Good ol' pig. Yeah, if they have a Money Tree build and they get a good enchant on it, you just kind of fold. There's not really much you can do. Okay, we did get crit. So I think the play now is actually Runic Blade, and then Uzi, and then what? We could put the Power Sander in just to, like, make that go a bit quicker. Could be something like this. I could also use Weak Point Detector, but it is... I mean, it's not that big of a difference if we double it. I could put this over here as well, so it can crit, but... I think it's probably fine. So if we put the Uzi here, and if we crit the Metronome... I think is the play. So we put crit Metronome. And now these will spam each other, and this will crit a bunch, this will crit a bunch, and then the I don't have any haste on the Plasma Grenade. I think I got to do this actually. And then the Runic Blade finishes them off. Ideally, that's kind of what I'm going for. I don't know if it'll work, but it seems entertaining at least. So we'll try it out.
He's gonna yell at me.
More HP? Yeah, we'll take
Food
HP.
is life. Eat the bones for stronger bones.
Let's see how this goes. Alright, we're definitely going to go for Elite Duelist because we could get lifesteal on these two would be amazing. Although we do already have this for lifesteal. It's kind of just your finisher, so it's not going to be too much here. Okay, we've missed a lot of crits initially. There we go. Yeah, see? Okay, we actually hit the damage cap. Look at that. Okay, this is very funny. So now we just need a way to speed this guy up. Is there a way we have? I mean, I could use the power sander on him. Make it go a little bit faster. Maybe like a battery or something. Although we kind of need the tools for the core. I would also love to get an Uzi upgrade just to make sure it doesn't run out of battery too fast.
The Bazaar is not kind to the weaponess.
I think it's fine. I think we'll leave it as is for now. It is a long charge on that, but the core itself will do a lot of damage, so if we need to, that can just be the finisher. But it should... Yeah, it'll be good against like this kind of build, so he's just trying to stall out, mostly, from what I can tell. So once we start critting a ton... Yeah, we very quickly reached like the damage cap. It was totally unnecessary, but it's funny. Alright. The sword crane. Okay. We're definitely going to try and take this to the end because it's extremely entertaining to me. Are there any dually things we'd want? Not really. So I think we're going to go with free skills to try to lock them down a little bit more.
Did you get that?
We'll do Frostfire for another separate freeze instead of an extra 1 second there. It's an extra 3 total. Crane? Is there any cranes that we'd want? We could take, yeah. Because there is still... 3D printer would be pretty good, because we could replace, like, this chunk of stuff, 3D print this, and then we'd have the core spam insanely fast, and then use that as the finisher. I could see it. I don't think there's any squares we want, but we don't need relax, because it's, unfortunately, the first half. I could take pyrocarbon, because it would set off there fairly quickly, but I think it's fine. I don't know of any of these. I guess we just go for Trash Titan in this case. These two make each other go pretty once the crit builds up. Because this charges this 2, this charges itself 1, and it's only got a 4-second cooldown, so. It's like a 10-second kill every time, assuming that I can get this to go off. I'd still love a way to speed this up. I don't know what we could use for that other than getting somebody else. We could use like a cog even would be nice. We could use cog on this. I think that'd be pretty good. Okay, magnifying glass is pretty funny. So I could use it on one of these, or I could use it on that. I think putting it on the core is best. I was considering putting it on this to have like more seed damage, essentially like the initial stuff it's doubling over and over. But
Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Okay, we were probably gonna die to this, unfortunately. Eels just hard counters what I'm doing here. Oh good, it's eels with thick hide. Unless we live long enough for the sword to go off, we're just dead. Yep. If I'd like a sustain enchant on crit core, we'd get there, but such luck. Not really anything I can do about that. Alright. I was really hoping for a sustain enchant. Okay. I guess we'll take slow and put it on the core. So what else could I do? I think I need to speed up the sword. I think speeding up the sword. So now we've got enough slow. I don't think we need the we don't need the plasma grenades. So we could do something like this and then have that on the sword. Maybe. I could put that on the core, but I think it's more valuable to have it on this thing so it goes a little quicker. Yeah, it's like a whole 0.4 off, so we could do something like that, and then... I mean, I could just leave it in over here, I guess. So now this speeds it up a fair amount. It's not, like, amazing, but it's at least a little bit. And then since this now slows, it'll help the Firefly go off instead of the Plasma grenade. It's not going to be as good, but this will also be critting as well, which helps the core as well. So there's a little bit of a loop going on there we can take advantage of. Okay, Power Sander upgrade is actually pretty good. Because now this is 4 seconds of haste at 5, which should take this all the way to the end. Ooh, Trash Titan. Frost Root's very annoying this early, especially if you don't have a ton of shielding. Just he does so much damage, it's hard to do much about him. Okay, that felt a little better. We're not going to be reaching the damage cap when this goes off as often, but I think the huge, like, you know, it's doing 10,000 damage. I think it's fine. Juggler, probably not going to be useful unless we hit, sustain and shit. Oh, not sustain, 3D printer. Foreboding Winds would be pretty good. Pendulum would be pretty good. Clockwork Blades would be pretty good. So there's a lot of good pickups we could get here. So would, Letter Opener actually be pretty good too. Yeah, see, that feels a lot better than waiting the full set, because it's, I'd have to check when it goes off exactly, but I think, is Letter Opener better than Plasma Grenade? Maybe? So it is like a free, it's one extra free crit, or is that like a bunch of slow? I think we take the free crit here. I'm gonna go with a skill here, because we don't have anything to upgrade, and if we could potentially, get something to help us stay alive, that'd be good. We didn't, unfortunately. We don't really poison much. I think we'll just take Quick Ignition to help the shield go off a little bit quicker, I guess. We'll take a look here. I'd love to get some extra HP or something out of this. We'll check Kev, because we could get some shielding or something. No, okay. Well, regardless of what happens, I'm happy with this build, even if we get deleted by this next fight. It's entertaining, even if it's not amazing. Alright, so... Oh, it's a printer, tools, thermal lance, the core setup. Okay. This could potentially kill us, although we have enough slow we might be able to lock him down here. Yeah, I think we're fine. Yep. I've definitely been on the other side of that, where your printer gets frozen or something, but that's specifically why I took these, just to help with these sorts of low item builds. Okay. We're still getting there. We're still getting there. The very dumb build is still working. I'm actually going to take gumballs. Our build is reasonable, but if we can get more crit chance on all of our other items here, it'll help the core charge faster and the this thing scale faster. And I'm even going to take chocolate bars because I like where we're at. We've got a ton of... if we can live until this goes off, we win, essentially. Now, if we could get some... Unwavering would be great, Flare of Blows, and Strength would also be good. I could see some doing something with the Eclipse as well. We could replace, like, this chunk here with the Eclipse, although I don't think it's necessary. I love the numbers on this. Like, it gets so ridiculous so fast. Is that one usable? I don't believe so. I think it's too slow for me to use with my current setup. Diamond tier skills. Don't love any of those. We do slow a fair bit, so I could charge this a bunch, but it doesn't do anything special, so I think I'm going to pass. That's actually pretty good, because now we have even lower cooldown on the core and the Firefly as well. Pretty nice pickup. Nothing there. I mean, I'm in fear mode, so we're gonna grab all the little bits and pieces that help here. Well, not all of them, because I'm lazy. These. Probably not using macroscope anymore. So we'll grab the Clockwork Blades. We'll grab this to potentially get something funny out of it. Shiny Bomb Squad we could reroll into something, so I could put this on here. I don't think it's necessary. I'm pretty sure if this ever goes off, they just die, regardless of how much, like, initial seeding I give it. So, I think we're fine. And I think it's a waste to grab these. It's just not worth it. We'll take the chocolate bars. It's an extra 120 HP. It's not as much as I would have gotten from Jules Cafe, but it will last me the rest of the game, assuming that we don't die here. Which we could. We die to, like, instant Langshans and stuff like that. Which, yep, I shouldn't have said anything. Now, we could slow it or freeze it. Okay, that's a good freeze. Very good freeze. Okay, we got it. Yeah, these freeze skills are coming in clutch. set. I mean, it wouldn't have killed us in one shot, but... Actually, it might have, because they have foreboding winds, so... So it would have done... Let's say 3k, 6... Yeah, it would have killed me. 3 skills with the save once again. Alright, we're hanging in there. Hanging in there, even with this goofy sword. I don't think there's anything here we'd want, so I'm just gonna look in here and leave.
Real friendly guy.
Definitely want the extra XP, because it gives us more HP. It also gives us a chance to get extra loot for potential cooldown reduction. Sharpening stone, also totally fine. I'm definitely going for Focus Enforcer. We could get more freeze from Cryo Mastery, would be excellent. And I'd probably also put Icicle over Letter Opener, if I saw one, because I think that would be a very nice pickup, because Letter Opener is barely contributing anything. And I could use Icicle to potentially lock out, like, you know, some annoying pig build or something. So hopefully we get that. Cryosphere is not going to be much use for us here, unfortunately. We're just going to go for more HP. I'm just going to be HP stacking at this point, mostly, I think. Our build is mostly fine. I would love to replace Letter Opener with something... Well, yeah, you know what? Let's go with Plasma Grenade. I don't think Letter Opener is going to do too much. And this also gets haste at the start from Quick Ignition, so it'll be okay.
Come to learn the way of flame.
Not much here. Skip that.
I'll keep them burning until you return.
Alright. I'm liking this build. I've never really got to play around with Crit Core Runic Blade before, so
Makes this more fun.
it's an interesting one for sure. Alright, so we're against Saloon. This is pretty scary, the fiery one in particular. They also have Juggler with it, which is kind of horrifying. Potentially, depends what we freeze. Okay, well they froze my most important item. That's really bad. Maybe we can hang on for like a couple more seconds, but I don't.
My ship red.
Yeah, if they didn't froze the Runic Blade, we would have won there. As you can see, it was like only a couple seconds off, and they got it with like a 6-second freeze or something. It was like a 4-second one, I think. Oh well, I mean, it was a cool build regardless. We got a little lucky with the freeze a couple times, and then our opponent did at the end, so what can you do? Hopefully you all enjoyed in any case, and thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.